Thank you for joining us today. Today we're going to talk about the Castle Doctrine and how it applies to businesses. First of all, the Castle Doctrine is the law, and it's again different in each state. Each state has their own variation of it. But for the most part, the Castle Doctrine gives you the ability to protect yourself in your home without a duty to retreat. So if someone breaks in your home, you don't have to run in the kitchen and hide. You have the ability to defend yourself there in your home. This is actually applied in a lot of businesses as well. So in certain states, you have the same right to protect your business the way you do your home. In California, this actually extends as well. The video that many of you have seen regarding the dispensary being robbed is in California, and that's what we want to talk about as it relates to protecting your business using the Castle Doctrine. Now, when you protect yourself, one of the things, and all states are pretty similar on this, you have to be in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm, and some states add on a few other things. For example, criminal sexual conduct, or you're being robbed. It just depends on your local jurisdiction and what they've put in there, and you should really get to know what that is. But this particular case, they're in a business in California, and here comes a case of self-defense. But I want to focus on the security guard because, again, that security guard wasn't being attacked. Now, there were two there, and I'm more so referring to the guy that had security on the back of his shirt. He actually came to the aid of someone else. He was defending someone else, and he was using lethal force to do so. How can he do that? He can do that because what he's basically doing, he's stepping into the shoes of that other person. Is that other person in imminent fear of death or great bodily harm? The answer to that is yes. Is it imminent? Again, yes, it's happening right now. If that's the case, then you can use lethal force to protect others. One of the things you really want to keep in mind when using lethal force to protect others, make sure that you have some kind of association with that person. What do I mean? Make sure you kind of know who it is. Like if you're driving down the street and you see two people fighting, you don't know what's going on, you get out, you pull your firearm, you might be wrong because you don't know these people. The best thing you should do in a situation like that is call 911 and be a good witness. But if it's the same situation where you're driving down the street and you see someone attacking your significant other, your kid, your neighbor, you have an association with that person. You know who that person is, and you know no one should be doing that to them. That might be something different because you've got that association with that person, so you can reasonably step in their shoes and protect them using lethal force. Finally, if you're like in California, one of the things that these gentlemen did, there are three elements that you have to follow in order to protect yourself out there. What are they? And I'm reading it right here. Reasonable belief that the other person is in imminent danger of being killed or injured. Well, looking at that tape, it looks like someone could be injured or killed. What's number two? A reasonable belief that you have to use force to prevent this. And think about that. This gentleman had a gun coming in. What's the best way to handle that situation? Again, he used a gun. And the third part of this, and you have to have all three of these, is use no more force than necessary. Again, I believe he used just the reasonable amount that was necessary to handle this situation. So I believe under California law, these people, the security people, were well within their rights to protect others as they did using lethal force. Okay? So, again, thank you very much for joining us here on this video. If you're ever in a situation where you need to use lethal force to protect yourself or protect others, and you need someone to protect you, go to firearmslegal.com. Thank you.